Hi, it's Linda, and I'm here with Jesus Listens, and actually a couple of book recommendations. But let me get to this one first. This is such a beautiful reading today. Glorious Jesus, I want to follow you wherever you lead. Help me to chase after you wholeheartedly, with glad anticipation, quickening my pace. Though I don't know what lies ahead, you know, and that is enough. I believe that some of your richest blessings are just around the bend, out of sight, but nonetheless very real. To receive these precious gifts, I need to walk by faith, not by sight. I know this doesn't mean closing my eyes to what is all around me. It means subordinating the visible world to you. The invisible, you lead me up a high mountain with only your hand to support me. The higher I climb, the more spectacular the view becomes. And the more keenly I sense my separation from the world with all its problems. This frees me to experience more fully the joyous reality of your brilliant presence. How I delight in spending these glory moments with you. Eventually, you lead me down the mountain, back into community with other people. May the light of your presence continue to shine on me and make me a blessing to others. In your majestic name, amen. And this, of course, if I didn't mention it, is Sarah Young's, one of her beautiful collection of books. And there are several scriptures that go with this. First is 2 Corinthians 5:7, Psalm 96:6, John 8:12, and Psalm 36:9. And I'll read those Psalms for you, or the scriptures. 2 Corinthians is for we walk by faith, not by sight. When I send letters to people, sometimes if they're experiencing a retreat, I tend to always use that. I use that a lot, actually. And the other one is Psalm 96:6. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. And then there's John 8:12. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And then with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light do we see light. This keeps going into out of connection, so I don't know if you're actually getting all of this or if it's already disconnected. But maybe I'm going through this for myself because I need to hear this reading. I need to read it, hear it, absorb it with my senses. And a couple of the things that I noticed as I was kind of unpacking this, it talks about, when it says, sometimes you lead me up a high mountain with only your hand to support me. Well, that reminded me, and I went and got my book. I love Hinds Feet on High Places. It's by, it's Hanna Hurnard. And actually on the, but on Hallow, they did that during one of the last sessions that they had. And I love this book. It's one of my favorite. You can see it's old, very old. It's kind of dog-eared. I actually have another copy of it somewhere. And then I found a few years ago this High Feet on High Places devotional. What I love, though, about the original book, it's an allegory. And it starts off with the character. Her name is Much Afraid. And so she takes a journey with the shepherd up the mountain and goes through all kinds of things. There's a precipice. There's streams that she crosses. There's things that she encounters in people under other allegories and names that she encounters along the way, all on her journey. And at the end of her journey, she is given a new name by the shepherd, and it's called Grace and Glory. And this is where I first, I think, really heard and understood acceptance with joy. I've heard about acceptance. We have to accept things, acceptance, surrender. But the acceptance with joy was always a tough thing for me. When I read this book, it all kind of came into focus because joy really is important. And accepting is really tough for me. But I try. I do my best to try. I definitely surrender with a lot of gratitude, and I accept a lot of things with a lot of gratitude because I have no choice, because what's the alternative, right? But this reading is really beautiful. You know, I want to follow you wherever you lead. Help me to chase after you wholeheartedly. Well, that's what I want. That's what I want for me. I want to chase after the Lord wholeheartedly. Anyway, it's a beautiful reading. And then it started me thinking about Lent. And what do I want from this Lent? I'm kind of pondering now and trying to figure out what I want to. It's not just about the giving up and things. It's about growing. For me, it's growing spiritually. And last year I started out really good, and then I kind of slid off. And I don't want that to happen again this year. This year, I'm really trying to focus ahead of time so that I'm really prepared and ready to go and jump into it and actually start preparing myself. I want to say, wasn't last year, it might have been the year before, a wonderful friend gave me this book. I love Thomas Kempis. Aside from the Bible, that is my go-to, The Imitation of Christ by Thomas Kempis. I love that book. It falls apart. If you take these binder open, everything would fall out. It's highlighted, and it's beautiful. It's a slow read. It was a slow read for me. And I think the Lent that I started it, I only got to page 24. And then I never read any further, but I think it's really what I garnered from the first time I started it. It was just an incredibly powerful experience, and I should have stuck with it, and I didn't. So I'm going to be picking this up again. Thomas Kempis on the Passion of Christ, according to for the Evangelists. It's a great, great book. And I'm going to be doing this again during this Lent. And maybe even actually starting it a little bit before. But anyway, I think that's about it. I just wanted to come on and share a reading. I haven't done one in a long time, at least online. I don't even know if this one will come out because I think it's gone blipping and blopping all over the place. But I also want to thank all of you who are praying for me. I know I'm still recovering. It's been a long road, but actually it's been an interesting one in terms of trying to accept and surrender. I give, I take away, give and take away, give it up, take it back, give it up, take it back. It's been a struggle. It has not been an easy journey for me. But I guess it isn't for anyone, right? When you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, we're all going through something. Everybody is going through something, whether it is spiritual, physical, emotional, whatever it is. But my shtick is always to find joy in the journey. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to bring that back, have a blessed, a safe, whatever the storm is, wherever you're at. I think this weather is affecting everyone in our country. So I pray pray for your safety and your well-being. And I also pray for all of us. I pray for myself as well, that I can move forward with an open mind and open heart to embrace the things that come before me, the experiences that I live through and move through during the course of the day, and that I grow through them, because that's really the key, right? It's, at least for me, it is. I can only speak for myself, but it's to grow through the experiences, to learn more about myself, to know myself better. It's funny, I think of a phrase I learned when I was in college. It was "Gnothi seoten," know thyself. And it's amazing how many times over the course of my lifetime that phrase keeps coming back to me. And I learned it so long ago, but it's really what it's all about, isn't it? Knowing ourselves. And for me, it's not just knowing myself, but it's also growing closer to God, growing closer to Jesus, digging deeper, and trying to become the woman, the person that He's created me to be. So, my friends, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm about to go dig into a wonderful pot roast that we've had cooking in the oven, and I bid you peace. Love you. Bye.